So without any further ado, because I could be here all night talking about C.L. Bryant, are you ready for him? Are you ready for him? Now I would like to bring up this true modern-day abolitionist, this man who has created a way out, a hub, a true home for blacks who want to be free, for those of you who believe in freedom, the one, the only, the Reverend C.L. Bryant. Give it up for him.
Hello, Patriots. It's a great night in the USA. And I want to take this time right now, and I want you to join me in thanking the finest men and women on the face of the earth, the American soldier. Let's give them a round of applause. Jim, Stacy, the check is in the mail. Thank you so much for that introduction. Jim, to the Oakland County Republican Party, I want to thank you for having me here tonight. It's a great honor to share this stage with the dignitaries that have come before me, to be here with Senator Santorum. And I have to tell you that having grown up in the South, in the great state of Louisiana, we didn't celebrate Lincoln Day quite often. In fact, it's searching my mind. I don't ever recall a Lincoln Day dinner or Lincoln Day anything, but I'm glad you guys showed up when you did back. Friends, we're all sons and daughters of men and women who came to these shores, and once they were here, found that there was a pearl of great price that they had to obtain, and that was liberty, that only America could offer. They found that this was a place where you could be somebody, regardless of who your father was. You could stand on your own merit. And here I am, the great-grandson of former slaves, standing here before you in the land of the free and the home of the brave. And I say to each and every one of you that America is the greatest success story the world has ever known. And here we are. There are some who would like to change the very fiber of our country. There are some who would like to create a state that is a nanny state, a state where there is dependency for all of us on government. But we want to send a message tonight that Americans will not become codependent, and we will not watch the greatest country on the face of the earth be diminished by socialist tendencies. We stand against it here tonight. It is a place where people have always craved freedom and liberty. Whether your ancestors arrived on the Mayflower or whether they came on slave ships, whether they were trying to escape the tyranny of King George or the tyranny of the plantation, all of them, in their own way, were wanting to obtain that pearl of great price here in America. It always has been, and it is a place where we can secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our children. But friends, I stand here tonight before you, sad to tell you that our children in our so-called educational institutions are being poisoned by the idea that America is not an exceptional country. They're being poisoned by the idea that America is what's wrong in this country. And friends, this is why we must not fail to choose the right nominee for our party in 2012, because if we fail, we will lose this great land. We must succeed. Husbands, go home tonight and tell your wives that you want her to fundamentally change. And then you call me tomorrow, if you're able, and tell me how that worked out for you. Well, this is what the current occupant of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue is saying about our beloved nation, that he wants to fundamentally change her. And my question to you is, what are you prepared to do? Because we must be prepared to meet the challenges of 2012 head on. Whoever our nominee is, and I do believe there is a good candidate for the presidency of the United States in this room tonight, but whoever our nominee is, we must be resolved to stand behind him and defeat the Obama machine. The process of dismantling America is now nearly 4 years into its dismantling. I stand before you as the former president of the NAACP in Garland, Texas, 23 years ago. I know both sides of the street, and I can tell you that the progressive liberal agenda is not only about controlling the agenda, but it's about controlling groups of people. And this is something that we must resist with all of our hearts. Friends, Obama was a brilliant deception, and he was a deception indeed. He was put there to control a block of people. And if we fail in ousting him from the White House, then this diabolical plan of fundamentally changing our nation will surely take place. When we consider that the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in California overturns the will of the people, when we consider that our Catholic friends are under attack by this administration, you must know that if they come for the Catholics, they will come for the Protestants, they will come for the Jews, and we must stand together and resist this right now. We must stand. Our enemies no longer fear us. And we need a leader who will restore respect not only among our friends and allies, but among our foes who would want to destroy us. We need a leader who will put swagger back into the American heart and to the American stride. left-wing bloggers are saying that conservatism is dead. We know that they want us to go away. We know that they want us to be quiet. We know that they want us to sit back and play the game. But we send this message tonight from Michigan. We will not play the game. We will not be quiet. And we will not go away quietly into the night. We are Americans. We will stand and we will fight. We are proud of who we are. Who do they think? Who do they think they are? Telling us that our moral conscience is meaningless. Who do they think they are? Trying to break the will of the free market and the principle of working to eat. Surely there are poor people with us. Christ said that the poor would be with us always. But America has always, down through the years, we have always taken care of not only our poor, but we have been a breadbasket to the world. But we will not stand by and be told by an administration how we will use our money and who we will give it to. We will not be dictated to in that fashion. Finally, we have protected the rights of everyone to practice their faith in this country as they saw fit to worship their creators. And like Rick Santorum, I stand beside you and I tell you, I am proud to be a Christian, and Christians have protected the rights of others to practice their religion. But we as Christians will not allow our rights to be trampled while others enjoy theirs. We will stand and defend our rights. We stand resolved. We stand resolved. And let us say together that we must drive out every liberal agenda that Washington has to offer from the state level, from the local level, from the federal level. And yes, in November of 2012, we will drive out the progressive liberal agenda from the White House. We will put someone else in that position. They need to know that we lend them our power. We, the people of the Republic, we are Americans. And we will not bow down to any earthly king. We are Americans. Friends, hear me please as I come to a close. We stand on a great battlefield now. And what lies in the balance is, will our republic long endure? And as I leave you tonight, Lord knows I can use your help in spreading this message. But as I leave you tonight, headed for other parts of this country, you need to know that you, as I look out over this 1,400 plus crowd, you are the salt of the earth. But the Bible says that if the salt loses its ability, its savor, it is good for nothing but to be thrown out, trampled under the foot of men. You are the light of the world. A city that is set upon a hill like America cannot be hid. My fellow Americans, let us allow our light to shine. And in the words of Lincoln, many years ago, our fathers brought forth to this land a new nation, conceived in liberty, dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. I just have one more question for you tonight. Are there any patriots in this house? Are there any patriots out there? Is there anyone who will stand up for America? Is there anyone who will stand up for God and country? Then Americans, stand up, stand up, stand up. God bless you. God bless America.